What's up, Dragon Brood? We have finally reached deck 10 of 10 of the free arena budget upgrade deck series we've been doing here on the channel. And man, it's been a journey. We are finishing on a fun note. This is going to be one of those decks. It's called Avalanche. It's a blue-green deck, Simic if you're new to Magic. But this is a deck that started out completely discombobulated. Fun word, by the way. Go Google that one. And we ended up putting it to something actually playable. So very cool to see something taken to that level, and it's a good one to end on as a deck building exercise. Also, again, I want to ask everybody, if you would be so kind, please remember to like this video, share it with people who you think need it or are interested in Magic or just starting out in Arena, or, you know, at the very least, leave a comment, because these types of videos for beginners and kind of beginner tip type stuff don't get enough views. This is the type of thing most content creators stay away from because they don't draw the views of the normal videos. So every little bit helps to keep growing this stuff and encourage other creators to build this type of content. But for now, let's go take a look at this Simic, as they call it, Avalanche deck. Right, at a quick glance on this deck, the problem I had is we couldn't really tell what the deck was trying to do, and that made it a little bit weird. So we have Ascendant Spirit, which is an okay 1/1 for 1. My problem here though is this: even if I could build this into the deck, I don't know if I would recommend a new player spend rares or wild cards or whatever on this particular card, because it only kind of goes in one specific deck. And I would rather people be spending cards on rares that they can use for other things as well as the deck they're putting them in here. So we're probably going to be cutting this. Bubble Snare is fine. Kicker lets you tap a creature, keeps it tapped. Nothing wrong with that. It's a good removal card. Blizzard Brawl, if we're going to be on the snow theme, Blizzard Brawls are fantastic. So nothing to complain about there. This bothered me. Avalanche Caller. It's a 2 mana, 1/3. You can pay 2 mana, turn a snow covered land into a 4/4, which actually that part's good. My problem is, how do you call the deck Avalanche and then you only put in one copy of the thing that even has Avalanche in the name, or even remotely could be the namesake of the deck, and it's an uncommon? So yes, we're definitely going to be adding more of this to the deck. It was just really weird. Emergent Sequence helps you go find land and turns land into a creature. Lotus Cobra, this is a fun rare to have. It's pretty good. Every land you play is going to produce an additional mana for you. Do we need it? I don't know, but it's a cool bonus to have. Sculptor of Winter, if you're playing a bunch of snow lands, let you untap a snow land for tapping it. So basically let you use a land twice, which is pretty nice. Zimine, Quandrix, Prodigy, 2 mana, 2/2. I've not been a fan of this card. I tried getting it to work in a couple of deck lists even before this, and it's just slow to do what you want it to do, so we're probably going to end up passing on that. Vortex Runner, also not a fan. 3 mana, 2/3. And if you control 8 or more lands, it's a +1 and can't be blocked. So you get a 3/3, can't be blocked if you are on turn 8. I mean, that's okay, but not what we really want to be playing. Quandrix Command. This is not bad. I think all the commands are at least reasonably playable. It's just a matter of if we want to spend rares on them. Spirit of Aldegard. This is a good one to spend wild card on. It's just an uncommon though, so you should be able to get this easily. But this helps you search out other snow lands, and then it gets +1/+0 for either other snow permanents. Eureka Moment. There's 2 of these. Draw 2, play an extra land. Nothing complicated there. Quandrix Cultivator. An uncommon that you probably want to have 4 of. It's just really good. I mean, being able to ramp you from 4 to potentially up to 6 the following turn, which is awesome. Don't really have much to say about that other than that. Like, just a good card. However, Bergstrider, 5 mana, 4/4, enters the battlefield tap an artifact or creature opponent controls. If snow was spent to cast a spell, that permanent doesn't tap during its controller's next untap step. That's a lot of words to say you don't want to play this card. Graven Lore. This one's just good. You scry X, where X is the amount of snow you spent for it. If all your land's snow, you're going to get to scry 5 and then draw 3. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. Ashaya, powerful card, but I'm not sure it does anything in this deck. Like, we don't have anything getting bonuses for lands coming into play. We don't get a bonus for, we don't have anything to even spend just big chunks of mana on. So, though it's a cool card, I just don't think it fits and does anything. And then we have Snow Day, 6 mana, tap 2 creatures. Those creatures don't untap during next untap step. You draw 2 and you discard 2. It's alright. It's alright. For a budget list, maybe. And then we still have more stuff here. We have Bookworm, which costs 8 for a 7/7 trample. Whenever in this battlefield, you gain 3 life, you draw a card, you can pay 3, put the Bookworm from your graveyard into your library, 3rd from the top. A lot of words, 8 mana, we don't want it. Then Icebreaker Kraken. This one, I think we could actually build around and put in the deck and make it work. However, it has the same problem that our first creature did, that I'm not really going to be encouraged to tell people to build or spend resources to create this card, because it's only going to go on one type of deck, and I'd rather you spend cards on other things. So we're going to pass on that. Lands, 10 snow-covered islands, 11 snow-covered forests, 1 pathway, and 4 Rimewood Falls. So let's look at the final version and see where we finished. Now, this version looks quite a bit different than where we were, for a couple of reasons. One, there were a bunch of just good commons and uncommons we could play, and we didn't have to go too heavy on this list on our resources. That's very good from a beginner standpoint. Like, if you already built another deck, you could almost build this one just to have another bonus deck to play if you want to. So at the top, we're keeping the Bubble Snares because these are just good quality removal cards. Nothing wrong with that. Blizzard Brawl, like we talked about before, since we're so heavy on the Snowlands, we're going to go ahead and play 4 of these. We will also play 4 Avalanche Caller, because just turning lands into 4/4s is great. Even after like a sweeper, you can play this, tap some mana, boom, turn a land into a 4, turn land into 4, and keep getting in there. So yeah, no complaints there. Emergent Sequence, I think we went up an additional 1 here. Same thing on Sculptor of Winter, we're now at 3. Divide by Zero ended up being our card of choice here, and I don't remember. Okay, we did build out the sideboard already. So when you need to go get a lesson, we do have 2 mascot exhibitions, so those use up 2 of our rares or mythics, but we do actually have the mana to cast this, so that's actually very cool. And then a few flex spots here and ways to go search for land. So the Divide by Zeros, those don't cost anything. Technically the mascot exhibitions do, so that's 2 on our list. Spirit of Aldegard, we just went to 4 because there's no reason not to play 4. Left the 2 Eureka Moments, added an extra Quandra's Cultivator, added a Graven Lore, so that's 3 rares. We did add Emerth Desert Doom, however, you get 1 for free from one of the other free decks, so it doesn't really cost us anything, which is awesome. And then we have 2 Coma Cosmos Serpent, and this is better than having the other weird cards that they had here in this spot, like Bookworms and other things. For 7 mana, you get a 6/6. It's making extra bodies that can protect itself. It's a good late game creature on its own. Lots of stuff going on, so yes, Coma's a good card. And then we have 2 Hall of the Storm Giants. That brings us up to 7 rares that we have in this build. But again, because we have the mana, this gives us a good late game card we can play. Nothing wrong with it. Then we finish with 7 islands, 10 snow-covered forests, 1 bark channel pathway, 4 Rimewood Falls. And again, if you have the resources, go ahead and craft the pathways, because you're going to put them in so many decks, you might as well just have them already. But that concludes our 10 decks. We got through the whole thing over about, what was that, 5 days or whatever? But we got them all in. This was awesome. Please, please, please remember to like, share, follow, subscribe, support, all the good stuff, because this just really helps. This was a bit of a chore to do all this, but I think it's rewarding and it's needed for the people who are just starting out, or people got new decks and don't know what to do and they want to just maximize their fun. But please do what you can. Watch this whole series. I put it into a nice playlist, recommend the series to people. I did everything I could to make it easy to use and understand. And I really want to encourage more content creators to make this type of content, because it's good for the community, other than just trying to build top decks full of rares and other stuff or whatever. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you for now. We'll see you next time.